Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Headshot with a tank. That's so going on YouTube. Hey everybody, you're watching JayzTwoCents, where the advice is always free, and today we're bringing you an awesome video of the launch of Armored Kill for PC Premium members. This is a Battlefield 3 expansion, if you're not familiar. It's going to be a lot of tanks, a lot of artillery trucks, a big-ass plane flying around in the air, and I'm here to talk to you about what I think this expansion is going to be like before I play it. And I'd like to compare what I think now versus what I feel after. I'm expecting there to be fast-paced gameplay. I'm hoping they sped it up a little bit. When it comes to the vanilla game, it was very slow, 45-minute maps, hour-long map, and that led to a lot of people quitting before the match was even over if one side was just dominating the other. And Close Quarters really brought in the fast-paced feel to Battlefield. So I don't think they can afford to revert that back to a slow style of gameplay. So I'm really hoping that they did something that will combat the length of the matches. Now, this picture here really pissed me off because, as you can see, there are two Vipers in this picture. Upon doing some research prior to this and watching some other reviews on the PlayStation, since those bastards got it a week early, there is not two Vipers in any map. So this is either just a doctored image or developers screwing around with an idea or just putting false hope in our heads. But either way, let's go ahead and show you some highlights and some favorite moments from me experimenting around with Armored Kill, and we'll circle back at the end and give you my opinion. I am so screwed here. Sucker! Oh, I got knifed, but is it gonna kill the guy? It did. I got an assist. I was killed by a phone number. For crying out loud. It's a tank and it can't just run over a car. Let's go save F. Take that! Yes! Yes! I knew it! I knew it! Whoa, you scared me, bro. Oh, no! And a gunship. Oh, and I got the big gun, too.
Don't believe me, Josh. It's here again.
I can't find bad guys, though.
Are all of these weapons only on the new map?
Oh, God. Oh, God. We're going down. Yes! I got a kill just before we blew up.
Explode.
Yeah, the gunship is really retarded. It's stupid.
Why?
Oh, it's back up. I'm getting in it. Mine. Yes! That was like the longest javelin flight ever. It was doing like loop-de-loops and figure eights, and it drew "I love you" in the sky before it actually hit its target, but it got it. I found an ammo box just chilling out in the middle of the field.
Maybe it's a sign from God.
I said I need more javelins, and then there was a random ammo box.
God has blessed you. I seriously not having a pair of headphones.
Sucks to be him. Really? Come on, he's just hovering there. Finally. Sheesh. Oh, anti-vehicle metal. Pin it on me, bro. Ooh, and I got zoom optics on this thing. Get lower, get lower, get lower. Yes! That's 3 shoppers shot down so far with the tank destroyer. Oh, I love it. This thing is so overpowered. Whoa. Oh my god, he's flying. Oh, that's not good. Roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. No, seriously, where are we going? Here we go, taking the fast way down. Oh my god. Okay. This is bad for the back. I hereby dub the mountain village JayzTwoCents land. I'm like the most ungraceful tank driver ever. Damn it, I forgot to load out again. Shit. Like, nice. Oh my god. Dodge flying helicopter parts. That bastard. Oh my god, what just happened? Thought I heard a helicopter there. Oh my god, how many points did I get for that? Come on, guy. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Got him. Okay guys, so that was some of the good stuff, but now that I've had probably the better part of the day to actually play this expansion, I've got to tell you, there wasn't a whole lot leaving me smiling at the end of the day. I can't quite put my finger on it yet, but there are some main griping points I'd like to go ahead and bring up while you watch this particularly bad stretch of recording that I got here where I wasn't doing too well, and I'll get a little bit more into detail about what I think is broken right now. One of the things they changed was the tank no longer has the double tap ability. What that means is you can no longer fire your main weapon and then instantly switch to your secondary weapon and shoot it if it's using the same cannon. So for instance, you couldn't shoot a shell and then shoot a canister. Yeah, I understand that's more realistic, but I don't recall that being in the patch notes. Maybe it was. I don't know if they snuck it in there. Secondly, the tank destroyers, to me, they just seem... Gosh, I don't know if overpowered is the right word, but they are very fast. They're very nimble. They still take a decent amount of hits to kill. And if they have reactive armor and they have that HE cannon, they can really F up a main battle tank. Yes, I understand they're called a tank destroyer, but I would think that they'd be a bit easier to kill, or at least disabled with a single javelin. There was one stretch where I had shot a tank destroyer with 2 javelins. It wasn't even disabled. So go figure on that one. They tend to put all of the vehicles in the deployment, which, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But if you spawn in deployment and there's nothing there, you are really, really far from the rest of the game. So you're either hoofing it for 10 minutes or you better hitch a ride or hope somebody comes and picks you up. They also seem to be putting maybe one vehicle in each cap area. Haven't quite figured out what vehicles those are yet. That's why I say it needs a little bit more time before I can make a true conclusion. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it just felt too much like people cared about getting in these tanks and running around than actually playing the objective. I understand it's new and that may change over time. People may start playing the objective. Map recognition is obviously a bit low, so that makes it kind of difficult, but I'm just not feeling this expansion. The AC-130 is another main gripe point of mine. You can't repair it, so it just continues to take damage until it explodes, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense considering if you own the cap point that gives you control of the AC-130 and it gets destroyed, it almost instantly respawns. So that seems a little bit odd to me. Secondly, you can't defend from the bottom of the plane. The anti-air guns on that thing are on the top. So if you have a jet that does a belly strafe on you, there's nothing you can do about it. I was not particularly very good with the AC-130. I had a very hard time getting kills, but I've seen people do just fine with it. So I'm going to chalk that one up to me just being bad. But it does seem extremely easy to shoot down. There's 2 seats in the AC-130, and each seat has its own flare. And so if you don't have coordination or any way of communicating with the second gunner, there's a strong likelihood that you're both going to flare at the same time, which then leaves you very vulnerable because the flare durations or the flare cooldown is on a pretty long timer. I don't know exactly what it is, but it felt really long. Lastly, I don't know if there's something wrong with the Javelin or they just made a mistake somewhere in the code, but it tends to just sit there beeping and not locking on longer than normal. And there's some times where it keeps beeping even after you unequip it or you take out a different weapon. That's extremely annoying. But I noticed that even though something may be painted, my Javelin will sit there for 8 to 10 seconds before it actually gives me a final lock. And by that time, it's just useless because whatever I was locking onto may have already driven away or flown away. So that's extremely frustrating. All in all, it almost feels like there are too many vehicles. I understand it's armored kill and it's the intent and flavor of the expansion, but there are just so many vehicles running around, it's very difficult to get anything done. Anyway, this is just my opinion. Doesn't mean that your results will be the same as mine. I'm going to give it some more time, but right now, I'm just going to go ahead and say that I am fairly disappointed. I think I was expecting a little bit more out of the vehicles. I mean, the tank destroyer is just a smaller, faster tank. You have the artillery, which is kind of difficult to figure out the arch of the rockets. In the couple of times I got in it, I couldn't hit jack shit. And the ATV, why? Why is that there? I understand it was in bad company too, but there's no point for it. It's slower than the Jeep. Yeah, it's all terrain. It can go over a lot of rocks and stuff that normal vehicles can't. And it's just turned into another vehicle to put C4 on. I just don't really understand the whole point of the ATV. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's thoughts regarding Armored Kill. Let's hear from you and how you feel about the expansion, and if you haven't got it yet, let's hear about what you're expecting to get out of this expansion. Click the video on the left for some important PC buying or building tips, and click the video on the right for a mystery video. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're about to hit 100 subscribers in only 2 weeks' time. And how cool would it be if you were that 100th sub? And of course, follow me on Twitter for up-to-date news on what's coming up next on YouTube.